get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's give y'all part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, that joke was crazy. I'm looking at the all-white jank because I ain't never seen an all-white jank. I know they had them, but I seen the blacks, I seen the blues, I seen the greens, I seen the brown. I never really seen an all-white. Like, that joke like it stick out a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm saying to myself, like, flavor of love, like flavor where it is. I'm like, man, I gave it to him. He was like, yeah, see? He put that junk right on too. He was like, yeah, see? Talk the junk, he was like, yeah. You know what I mean? He was like, man, but for real though, like, she said I reminded her brother though. See, I'm trying to get past that, like, you know what I mean? She said I reminded her little brother. I don't want her to look at me like that. I said, bro, you trying to nail the jank? He's like, I'm gonna nail the junk. I'm gonna nail it. It's just, I just got here, you know what I mean? So I gotta know how to, like, what's the best way to move? I was like, bro, the best way to move is to get her to move. He was like, nah, not right now. Not right now. You know, she got 2 kids in daycare when she come here and work with her little kids, man. So like, nah, not right now. But like, nah, just chill. Just chill out though. We're gonna be straight. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, man, you know what I mean? So the next day, I promise you, man, the next day, bro, pop up. Man, bro popped up, man. And for real, like, I already knew, like, dudes be knowing that this be happening, like, on Lawrenceville. So, like, sometimes for somebody that's not used to Lawrenceville, it'll startle you a little bit, or it'll have you on your guards, or like, what's going on? But I came back from gate break for morning rec. And when I came back from gate break, man, it was probably like 10:15. And I walked in the pod, y'all, and I smelled fried chicken. I was like, I thought I was tripping though. I was like, because sometimes the chow hall food or what they cooking for lunch will leak into the buildings as the door because it'll be outside strong. But I knew it couldn't be that strong though. I'm like, I already looked at the menu. The menu said they got yoba-sabi. Y'all don't even know what yoba-sabi is, man. That's a bootleg beefaroni game, y'all. So boom. You don't ever want to go to prison to find out what yakisobe is. I think I said it wrong. It's called yakisobe, whatever it is. You don't ever want to find out what that is. Trust me, man. It's noodles and meat rock mixed in together, man. You don't ever want to eat that, man. So I know it can't be that. So as I get closer, I walk to the steps. I'm like, I smell it a little easier, you know what I mean? I smell it a little stronger. So I go to my cell. I open the door. My roommate's sitting at the table. He got his bowl, but I see him scraping something in the bowl. You know what I mean? He like, man, you scared the mess out of me, man. I was like, bro, you got this junk smelling like a soul food jank. I said, bro, what's that, bro? He was like, here. I was like, what's this? That man had me a chicken wing. I promise you, y'all, I grabbed that junk. I was like, my hands started shaking. I'm like, bro, where you get this from, bro? He was like, look, just eat it, bro. He was like, where your bowl at? I'm like, right there. He was like, here. I look, and bro putting macaroni and some seasoned rice. It looked like it was seasoned rice. Y'all know that rice your mama or your girl might make in the box. The seasoned jank. Man, it was some seasoned rice. So I smelled. I'm like, he was like, look, we gotta hurry up and eat it before count. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Man, I peeled that wing, y'all. I was like, ouch. I was like, who brought you this, bro? He was like, nobody know who brought me this joke, man. I was like, Miss Ann brought you this? He was like, yeah. I was like, he was over there joke crushing. He was like, I was like, dang. Hit the macaroni. I was like, I ain't had macaroni in many moons. I'm like, dang. It's crazy, bro. Man, this is my word, man. Me and bro sat in there and crushed that whole plate, y'all. So boom. After we crushed the junk, he broke everything up, the bones and all that stuff. They flushed it down our toilet. The toilet flushed anything, you hear me? Man, that man was like, yeah, look, she surprised me. I told her I be getting hungry, man. I'm tired of eating swole sometime. So she said she was gonna bring me what she cooked last night. You know what I mean? She said she a good cook too. I'm like, man, she looked like she could cook, man. Her booty do, man. I was like, man, that's crazy, man. He was like, yeah, bro, I told you, bro. He said, see, you told me I was straight coming here. You straight with me. I was like, nah, bro, that's what's up, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. So me and him ate that junk. They counted. Everything was love. You know what I mean? We come back out at the count, bro, talking to the lady. Bro doing him talking to the lady. And the whole time he was talking to the lady, man, the lady giving him good feedback, man. Like, this how Lawrenceville be, man. You can see for your own eyes when a woman is liking another inmate. You know what I mean? When a woman is liking an inmate, you can see it. She'll be right there smiling, cheesing, major conversation like a dude on the street trying to bag her, man. Don't ask me why these people be falling like that, man. But this is what's going on with my roommate, man. G got her own smash. Man, G got her own smash, man. So I'll say now, G been in the cell now probably about 3 weeks, man. G, the lady been bringing food. You know what I mean? She been looking out. She hasn't brought a pack yet, which is still early, and I ain't tripping. It's his life. You know what I mean? It's his life. I ain't got time to be telling him how to move. Now, if he come to me and be like, da, 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 then yeah, we're going to be with it. But, like, I'm just letting him do him. You know what I mean? I'm just letting G do him. Man, I promise you, man, they called G the property. He was so, man, that man was so happy. Now, when they call you for property on Lawrenceville, man, like it's once a month, I believe. But, like, dudes be happy when they go to property because they either got some shoes, they got a TV, they got some clothes. Like, it depends. You can go order your Levi button down, the long sleeve Levi button down, your Levi jeans, your brown belt, Timbos. You can go order all of that. So property be feeling like you shopping. So when they call my roommate the property, man, he's super happy, man. I'm going to property too because I ordered some sweatpants. You know what I mean? I ordered some sweatpants. My sweatpants was getting old. I cut them into shorts. Now I need some more sweatpants because the wintertime about to come around. So I'm going to get a pair of sweatpants. Man, they called my roommate, man, I promise you, he didn't even know they was calling. I said, hey, bro. I called the dude next door that was standing by my door. I said, hey, tell my celly, man, they calling him for property, man. Dude told him, this is my word. Man, my roommate came to the door. He was like, they called me. I was like, yeah, come on, bro. He was like, man, he ran back in the cell. Man, that's all you seen was him coming down the tail like this, putting Air Force Ones on. He was like, you can't have stuff like this. He was like, this do-rag swinging. He get down there, he was like, man, for real, I ain't know I was on the list. I said, yeah, you ordered it, didn't you? He was like, yeah. I said, yeah, we're going to property. You know what I mean? We're going to property. He was like, yeah. Watch, I'm about to get crispy on him now. Yeah, I'm about to get crispy on him now. Watch what I do. Watch what I do. I'm like, man, look, you need to chill out, man. So we walk. We get around kind of like, you know, property from we coming from 60 buildings. So like, we got to go to the other side of the yard, basically. Like, you know what I mean? We got to walk around and then go through the gate. I be telling y'all, we be hollering at people at. And then go to where we came in at when we first got into prison. That's where property is at. So we walking. We get by the chow hall. By the chow hall is where the office is at, basically for the white shirts and all of that. They be right there in the tower. It's a bootleg tower. Lawrenceville is the only prison with no tower. They tower is like in the middle of the compound, which is the sergeant office that's just high up and it's tinted windows. That's not a tower, man. That's just a freaking sergeant and lieutenant office, y'all. So boom. The white shirts be in that junk, tweedling their thumbs, man. I promise you, man. So they all standing right there, though, by like the entrance door of that thing. They all right there. They 3 deep. And just 2 white shirts and 2 sergeants. So we walking. We like, as soon as we get ready to get by the gate, the big lieutenant dude, the white shirt dude, the kind of big diesel dude, bald head dude, he was like, take that do-rag off. Take that do-rag off right now. You can't be walking around with that do-rag. Take that do-rag off right now. This word, G looked back, was like, he pulled that chain off, that junk went off like it was silk. That junk was like, whew. That junk came off so easy. My word, he pulled that junk off so nice and easy. That junk was like it was, that junk like it was floating in the air. He was like, he pulled that chain off, bro, waves spinning. He was like, I seen the lieutenant dude was like, he looked right down at his Air Force Ones. He was like, this word, we get to the gate. When I walk through the gate, I look back at the lieutenants in the white shirt, things like this. It was whispering like they were saying something about him, you know what I mean? So we go to property. I said, bro, look, that's why I told you, bro, don't wear them jumps every day. I said, you order some Nikes, bro. I said, because them jumps ain't meant to be worn every day, bro. He was like, no, I ain't order no. I said, you order some Timbs? He was like, no, I ain't order no Timbs. I ain't order no Timbs. You know what I mean? I ain't order no Timbs. I said, bro, you wildin', bro. I said, man, look, don't let them people take your stuff, man. They gonna try to take your stuff, man. You just don't wear it all the time. He was like, man, you know how dudes be hating, man. Even the lieutenants gonna hate, man. I said, it ain't about the hate, G. I said, it's about just moving smart, bro. I said, bro, you gotta move smart to survive, right? He was like, true indeed. I'm like, well, bro, you gotta move better. Don't let them people catch you like that, man. You know what I mean? So he was like, all right. So when we come back through, they going out there, you know what I mean, after we get our property. Man, I promise, I never seen nothing like this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. It's my first time ever seeing something like this. Now, real fast. Now, when I went to property and bought my Levi's, man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. My Levi's be folded up under my bed, like the shirt and the pants, man. I only wear the Levi's to VI. Now, you got some pretty boy dudes in there that'll wear they Levi's all day through the, you know what I mean? Like that's their outfit, they Levi outfit. And I never knocked that, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people be like, I'm not wearing the scrubs. Me, I would wear the scrubs, I would wear my Timbs, and I was straight. That's how I dressed in there. Like I didn't care about getting butter. Like I didn't care about getting dumb sweet. I like to get sweet butter to go to the VI. I don't like getting like that just to be walking around a bunch of dudes all day. But you know, people be at women, so I understand it. So this was my first time ever witnessing with G done, y'all. I promise y'all, man. As soon as we got back, man, he beat me to the cell. I get upstairs, I look, the cut is up at my door. I'm like, hey, bro, taking a dump this early, man. So I just went on the chill right there. I put the sweatpants on my shoulder. I'm like, put my foot on the tear jump right there. I'm just going around, you know what I mean? So I'm like, what I'm doing? So after like 10 minutes, I look back, the cut still up. You know what I mean? Man, I promise you, man. I said, bro, you straight? He was like, oh, yeah. He put the cut down. I got my back to the door when he put the cut down. I said, put the cut down. I'm like, yo, I'll holler at you, bro. When I turned around, he popped the jump. He opened the door. We can jam my door up and open it. He popped the jump. I opened the door up, man. I look, man. Hey, yo, man, I look, man. Bro about to put his Air Force Ones on. Bro got the button up on already. Bro got the jeans on already, man. I'm like, where you about to go to VI, bro? I said, bro, this is a Tuesday, bro. Ain't no visiting room today, bro. Where you about to go? He was like, I ain't about to go nowhere. I'm about to tell you, I wear like this. He says, yeah, somebody stole my outfit when I was in Greensville. That's why I had to buy another one. He said, I dress like this. I like to dress like this. I'm like, so you about to wear your Levi outfit right now? He was like, yeah, how I look. I'm like, how I look, bro? It look like some prison shit. You mean, bro? Like, you think you got on some freaking some purple jeans? I ain't say that though. I'm like, bro, you think you got some freaking like Levi's on it? I was like, bro, you tripping, bro? There's some prison, look like prison stuff. What do you mean? He was like, no, not the way I do, though. Yeah. He was like, look, tonight, yeah, watch what I do, though. Yeah, watch what I do. You ain't gonna believe this tonight. I'm like, what, man? He was like, no, I'm gonna show you tonight. So that man put that outfit on immediately and went out in the pod. He went out in the pod, man. He went out in the pod. I seen everybody looking because that's what people do in prison. People watch and they look and they see what's different. They try to see what's going on. And this man just threw his outfit on as soon as he came back from property, y'all. So boom. Man, I promise you, he talking to the lady. He come back in the cell. Man. He was like, yo, you about to get in here? I was like, no, I was about to chill for a second though. What's up? He was like, well, you can stay though. You can stay. I was like, what you about to do, man? He was like, he walked up. He was like, look. I was like, what's this? He was like, a mold. I was like, a mold? He was like, yeah, I told him to give me a mold. I was like, what you need a mold for? So I'm late, you know, I'm late. I'm thinking like, what he got this for? Because I see it in his hand. I'm like, he was like, look, that man put the junk in his mouth. He was like, so I'm like, oh. I said, hold on, man. I was like, bro, you got to bring you a mold in here, bro? He was like, mm-hmm. You got the mold in. He was like, mm-hmm. I was like, man, you wow. I said, bro, get her to bring the la-la, bro. He was like, He was like, bro, he got that mold junk, right? He pulled that junk out. He was like, he went to the sink, washed his mouth out. He was like, man, look, man, this is what I'm saying, though. Like, you gotta understand, like, this me right here, Weezy, like, I just like to, you know what I mean, be around the women. I like to look fresh, and this is what I do. This is how I am on the street. I wanted to be like, yo, bro, this ain't the street game, but you know, I ain't say that though, bro. I'm like, I get it, bro, but like, come on, bro, like you getting moles brought in, chicken brought in, and freaking G-Shock watches, bro. I'm like, bro, you supposed to be getting some money, bro. He like, man, look, everybody ain't hustlers, Weezy. He told me straight up. I was like, I never really heard a dude admit that. You know what I mean? You have the dudes that get into positions with these COs and they'll be trying to do everything, even trying to get the pack. Even with dude doing the pack, be on top of all of that, man. But he was the first one that I ever heard admit, man. That man said, hey, Weezy, everybody ain't hustlers, man. I was like, man, you ain't saying nothing wrong, bro. So boom, You got all this stuff coming in to sell narcotics. Now, at the end of the day, like you say, everybody's not hustlers, man. But still, though, man, sometimes you gotta kind of push somebody off the porch, man, a little bit, man. And like, you know, I didn't want to like put a lot of pressure on him about what he's supposed to be doing with his, because the lady Miss Ann, I never heard her bringing nothing for nobody. This man booked her on his first day. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's how easy it is on Lawrenceville. He booked her on her first day. He booked her on his first day. I promise you, man. End of the week. About the end of the week, this was like Friday. So like they would work, the way Lawrenceville's schedule used to be for the CEOs, like they would work, you would have some that work Monday through Friday, then they'll have the weekend off, and then it'll come back, and then they'll work the Monday through Friday, have the weekend off, then they'll switch, and then they'll have to work the weekend, and then some of the days do Monday through Friday, and they used to switch up like that. So I think she about to be gone for the weekend, you know what I mean? So she come Friday. I'll never forget this, man. They playing the movies, man. They playing World War Z. I know y'all seen that junk, man. They got the white dude playing in it, but it's about when it's like the apocalypse, the zombies took over the whole world, man. It's like dude's the only one that can freaking, you know what I mean, find the cure to like get rid of all of that stuff, man. So I don't want to say it's Matt Damon. It's the other white dude, man. But he in the joint, so it's the other white dude, man. But like I'm watching the movie, you know what I mean? I'm in the junk chilling. It's Friday, you know what I mean? I just got lit with my homeboy. I'm watching the movie. Man, I promise you, man, this man come in the room, he's like, who is it? And when he smiled, I just seen gold, like he had open face joints. He was like, yeah. I was like, that's crazy. Let me see them joints, bro. He was like, yeah. I was like, man, you. I said, G, you wild, man. I said, man, you wild, bro. He was like, no, I'm saying though, like, man, like, bro, listen, I'm gonna just take advantage, bro. She doing what I tell her, you know what I mean? You know, she just ain't bringing no work. I said, she ain't bringing no work because you don't want her to bring no work, man. He was like, I mean, you know, I'm chilling though, man, you know what I mean? That man was looking in the mirror, man. He needed a full-length mirror, you know what I mean? Because he was one of them conceited dudes slightly, man, because he stayed in the mirror. Man, this man went in the mirror, that man was like, I was like, bro, come on, bro. He's like, nah, you know, you gotta, you know, make sure they in there. He said, because I heard if they find out you got fronts that you don't supposed to have, they make you bite an apple. And if it come out when you bite the apple, then that means they ain't permanents. And that did used to be the rule. Like dudes would shoot they shot to try to get that for I don't know what reason. And if the police find out that you got some stuff in your teeth that you don't supposed to have, like the only test that they would have to take it, because they can't put their hand in your mouth and pull, they will make you bite an apple with the joint. And if you bite an apple and it so happened to move or anything like that, that's when they will force you to take it out or to be other consequences. So he was like, yeah, I heard that's what they do. I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. So he was like, yeah, man, look, man, you're crazy. He was like, yeah, I'm back, man. I'm all the way back. I said, man, you look like you on the street, man. That's for sure. I'm hyping him up. Like, you look like you on the street. He was like, yeah, I look like I'm on the street. But he was like, look, though. Yeah, man, you ain't gonna believe this, though. You ain't believe this, though, man. He was like, look, you already know what the next project is. You already know what my next project. I was like, your next project? Bro, he was like, yeah. Like, you know, look how she got me, bro. He was like, look how she got me, man. She got me like this. He was like, man, look, every day I get looks from dudes that be looking like they want to rob me. I had one dude tell me like, yo, look. One dude say, man, if you wanted to sell Weezy, man, it's a dude that say he would come from 80 building and try to get me. I'm like, what, for real? Like, yeah, dudes be mad, dudes be hating. He's like, you know what? I love when dudes hate, because when dudes hate, that's what make me want to go even crazier with stuff, Weezy. That's what make me want to go even crazier with stuff, man. He was like, yeah, man, like, for real though, man. Yeah, watch, man. Watch what I'm about to do. Watch what I'm about to do. I'm like, man, hold on, bro. Like, look, bro, you got fronts, you got Air Force Ones, bro. You got a freaking Levi outfit, man. You got a G-Shock watch. You're getting freaking street food brought in. Like, what else do you want, bro? I said, what else could it be? I said, man, come on, bro. They ain't really, like, nothing else except the stuff. He was like, nah, I don't want that. I ain't talking about that. I'm like, well, bro, what else could it be then, bro? What else could it be, though, bro? He was like, man, shh, watch what I do. Watch what I do. Look, yeah, I'm gonna get her to bring me a chain, and she's gonna get me a charm with a G on it.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.